Okay, let me explain this, Natasha. This is talking about how your problem says that you have a stone that is thrown, and let me find the problem. It says a stone is thrown upward from a height of 30 feet with an initial velocity of 60 feet per second. The height of the stone in feet t seconds after it has been thrown is given in the function h of t is equal to negative 16 t squared plus 60 t squared plus 30. H of t is equal to 16 t squared plus 60t plus 30. In this activity part 2, you will find how long it takes for the stone to reach the ground. Now, we're talking about time, so time has to be positive, and that is very important. So then, like when it says question 1, set the equation equal to 0 and solve for t to find how long it will take the stone to hit the ground. The equation can be solved using the quadratic formula. Although mathematically you may find two solutions, one of them is valid in this situation. Now that's a clue. When it says it's valid in the situation, one of them is valid in this situation. That's a clue. Because one is going to be negative and one is going to be positive. The one that's positive is valid. The one that's negative is not valid because time is not valid. Time is not negative. Time is positive, and that's your clue. Okay, it says according to the model, the stone will hit the ground approximately at blank seconds. So it's going to be in decimal form. Basically, what they're talking about is don't leave it in square root form, because you got to use the quadratic formula. Because if you use the other methods, it won't work. That's what they're talking about. All right, so I am going to show you. I sent you a picture of the answer, but I'm going to go through it here. Okay, it says negative 16 squared plus 60 t plus 30. So your quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So a is negative 16, b is 60, c is 30. And now at this point, you just plug it in. You're just plugging in your numbers. Okay, negative 60 is, so then like the first part, I'm going to go through it. So you got negative 60 plus the square root of 60 squared minus 4 times negative 16 times 30 divided by 2 times 16. And so I'm kind of breaking it down a little bit for you. Negative 60 plus 3,600, because 6 times 6 is 36, right? So 60 times 60 is 3,600 plus 90 and okay, so negative 4 times a negative times a negative is a positive. So that's where you get that positive right there. So negative 4 times negative 16 times 30 is going to be 1,920. So there you get on the top is negative 60 plus the square root of 3,600 plus 1,920 over 30 over negative 32, because 2 times negative 16 is negative 32. Then you go on down. So on this side, I'm going to just do the plus. Okay. All right. So negative 60 plus the square root of 5,520 over negative 32. The square root of 520 is about 74.29 over negative 32. And when you do that, you get negative 62.32 because you got a negative on the bottom and a positive on the top. And that's positive divided by a negative is a negative. Okay? Alright, so you're going to do the same steps down here. The only way that you go different is when you subtract here. So you're going to have negative 60 minus the square root of 5,520. So when you get that answer, you're going to get negative 134.29. Negative 134.29 divided by 32 is going to give you about 4.20. Now, notice, this is a positive because a negative divided by a negative is a positive. This is your answer. Why? Because it can't be negative. This is the positive. This is the one that works. Do you see that? I hope this helps. If you need me, call me. And I think the next problem was very similar to this. Let me look at it and see. Okay, the next problem says the number of foreign students studying in high school in the United States grew from 6,541 in 2007 to 64,610 in 2012. The increase can be modeled by the exponential function 6,541 times 1.581 to the x power, where x is the number of years. So the x is the number of years after 2007. Okay, use the function to find the number of foreign students enrolled in the U.S. high school in 2010. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to do after 2007. X is going to be 3 because 2007 to 2010 is 3 years. And so that's what you're going to do. Assuming that the exponential growth rate stays the same, use the function to predict how many foreign students will be enrolled in 2021. So then you're going to subtract 2021 from 2027, and that's what you're going to do. You're going to 21 minus 2021 minus 7, and that's what you're going to put as x, and that's how that's going to go, and that's that. If you have any questions, give me a call. You can use my my phone number. All right. Thank you. Have a good day.